sweet mama salute. Now we all talking point platform. TTPTB. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Good morning, Famudem, and welcome to the Morning Shukublai Show, where they come to you live na Talking Points platform. And me, where they bring this program to una, me your name na Femata. Inside the Shukublai this morning, we get different things than we get for can talk about. But before we talk about any things then there, I want to give you a parable as always. The parable for today say, that sheep will bring Bible, na him bring rum. That sheep will bring Bible, na him bring rum. With me inside the studio, I get Mr. Julius Hardin and Mr. Chernobari. We go come for can help promote by the things them we get for discuss. We will go for a short break and we go come back.
Different platform for news every day. Now we country salute for education, entertainment, political affairs. TTPTB. We put enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit. TTPT.
Hello guys and welcome back to the show. If you just joined, this is not the Morning Shukublai Show where they come to you every Monday to Thursday from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And the topics them today where we get phone and at the studio. One, now the AYV journalist when Samuel Waitangura in attack by robbers yesterday. And the second one where we go talk about now the All Men's Conference on Sexual Gender-Based Violence when our SGBV. Then the third one when a continuation of waiting we talked about yesterday, when the 98.1 resignation story will still continue. Hello, Mr. Chernobari and Mr. Julius. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, family. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, Nancy. Femata, as always. We are within our today again. We'll continue for unloading then and Shukublai and we'll continue for discuss the very many important issues that we highlight. Good morning again to our esteemed viewers.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, people them. We don't come back again for another morning Shukublai. And today, we the Guna the best, as always the Guna the best. Me own Julius Adam.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for being part of this show as always. So yesterday, we heard a disturbing news of one prominent journalist when Samuel Wyse Bangura where they work na AYV. And this incident also happened na Wilkinson Road, opposite Kingdom Hall at around 4:47. This guy, according to an eyewitness, say Samuel Wyse Bangura be there inside keke, they go Lumley, where one guy get for attack him, spray pepper spray na in face and do away with all his belongings them. And some of the things them where he lost during that process day. Now $7,000, 29 million old leons, iPhone 14 Pro Max, in driver license, and 3 bank cards. So the rate at which this robbery had to go and this thief is really alarming. And same way so yesterday we hear about one other case now at Watalo where they catch some robbers them as well. So wetin una feel say actually need for be done concerning then disturbing happenings here where they happen at the city? Because some man no go even work and with him belongings because they afraid say person will just come out of nowhere and can't jog him bag or decide for use that violent means they for taking property. So wetin una feel say actually need for be done concerning this? Mr. Barry, you can please tell me your own thoughts concerning this one, please.
Thank you, Auntie Femata, as always. Good morning again. I want to start by expressing the sympathy to the brother, Samuel Wyse, a very young, energetic, and dynamic young man. It's just sad that at a place as open as Wilkinson Road, where the free town below Wilkinson Road, a place as open as that, such thing will happen. It's sad. It's really, really sad that in this day and age, in Sierra Leone, we get things of the nature. And as always, as I can say, the issue of robbery, attacking people, not new. I think we don't be ongoing, save for the fact that this day they don't become a little bit alarming and all. The person meetings generally police need for be proactive rather than always being reactive. You know, this few days ago or last week or so we talk about how much the youth don't works and all that stuff. And these are things that we take away from the fact that let's see how they contribute, because there is this saying that an idle mind is the workshop of the devil and all. And if you go on the street, you see quite a lot of youth they parade the streets. So go come and come each way. You will see say the youth not it's not ailment, but you will come and say, hey, this that. In fact, nothing we don't prevail. And so when you get to a point that youth they not get waiting for you and all, it is obvious that they will resort to extreme and things they will make them survive. I'm not trying to justify anything. It is not well. It is not right. It does not it not sit well for some of we. And I think like as I say, police need to be very proactive when it comes to this. It is sad that in the broad daylight, as a place like Wilkinson, such thing which we will say now for other places like we have corner. You know, which we will say of things that we will happen on net. You know, I think this is not one very, very serious issue. This is nothing where the police need for look into. This is nothing we all are citizens for take very seriously and see how we will help probably the police for about some of this situation. Yeah. You know, the thing again are that some of them guys are involved in them bad things here. Now with communities and we sabi some of them, we interact with some of them, we keep some of them. I think it's also high time that as citizens we try for deviate from some of those things and expose some of them people. Yeah, they're not doing well for society. We're not in a society where we feel unsafe. It is not right, and I don't think it sits well with the citizenry of this place, because it's really, really difficult now. You know, for a young man of that nature, we don't even know if Nain gets the money. We don't even know if they go do the money, and it can result to this unfortunate situation. So they will be Samuel Wyse background, and tomorrow it can be anyone of me. And I can tell you for certain and TMA, this don't happen. It is not new. So today they happen in the attack people around the beach road and they attack people around the eastern part. Few days ago, a lady are they close to the tell me say Komon-Tok in the evening on board a bike before then they move 3 or 4 meters, somebody just come and snatch him bag away. In fact, the first way the person snatch the bag which they get for making sustain some wounds now in hand and all. It's just unfortunate that in the midst of this economic challenge, then people get to deal with security and all that stuff. I think police need to be very, very proactive. Police need for look into this very serious issue and try for now. We get this story of Samuel Wyse because I would say he's popular. but there are quite a lot of other people when they go through the same difficulty, we don't go through the same fate. Because they are ordinary citizens and they are not hearing on the stories because probably they don't get people who will put up in the media and all that stuff. So it is unfortunate of what happened to Samuel Wyse Bagua. It's unfortunate that it not happen to any citizen, whether that's Samuel Wyse Bagua, whether that's anybody, it not happen to any citizen. I think police need to look into this very seriously, try to investigate some of the issue, bring to book some of the people here, and make the law taking course. I think it don't reach to a point that we for begin see people arraigned in the court of law and then take stringent measures against them. Otherwise, we'll continue, we'll reach a point in time where even the heart of the city, most of the people that they do business and all, people that will just come, rape people and carry away the little stuff that they sell and the little savings. And we want to reach to the situation. And so we call on the leadership of the police, we call on everybody concerned. Let me look at it. This is a very, very serious. What if that young man lost his life until yesterday? Wait for me to say. So it is sad. It is quite sad. I felt so sad for the brother, and I feel so sad for every other citizen. This kind of unfortunate thing, and they call on the security sector, particularly the police, for looking to this and try to see how they could be very, very active and proactive when it comes to handling the bad in our society.
Okay, Mr. Barry, thank you very much. Mr. Julius, what did you get for say concerning this incident we happened yesterday?
First of all, I would like to start by wishing Samuel Wyse is, I believe, say presently with him, they go to it's not only about the paper explained here, it's also involved psychological effects, because looking at the amount of money where they take in hand plus other properties including the phone, it will affect them greatly psychologically. So I wish her spirit recovery, and I wish say and they were able to find a very good psychologist, we're able for consoler and also take them through some therapy session. Because what happened with her, I know the wish for me it happened with anybody, because it is saddening. Looking at what happened with for me, I think say it's cause for attention for both the government and we, the citizens of this country, because what don't happen so, and I believe say it no will stop. That's something we will continue. So if we not able to put measures them in place on how to combat this street robbery, because that's street robbery, if we not able to put measures in place, both the government and we, the citizens of this country, it will continue. And especially that area who say happen, that will kiss him highway. That thing where very often, both in the day and in the night. You go there inside keke, the keke driver will always tell you say, no plot your phone, yeah, the drop phone. Because that thing where very, very, very often when it happen at the place there. It's not only Wilkisi Highway. I also believe back also that beach Aberdeen Highway also they do the same thing. So we really need to put government and we the city, we really need to put measures in place on how to overcome this street robbery. Because if it continue to happen, people then will die out of depression. Like what happened with Samuel Wyse, I believe say if they get a depression, and depression is one of the sickness where they keep us in so fast without no medication, no explanation. And I get few points there where I would like to highlight in a way that if government and we the citizens of this country able to follow their steps there, I believe say we go able at least to some extent, 80% will be able to eradicate this street robbery. Not to something where we for both of Sierra Leone, we don't know Sierra Leone for such, but I don't know why these days it has become a problem for the young people there. We don't know Sierra Leone for such, but these days it only become to one story to two story now. Often stories will the arena. If they not drop person in phone, if they beat this person on the street. So what are the few points where I will let for highlight? First, as a citizen or as a government in this noble country, we need for increased community policing. Community policing. What I mean by community policing? Governments or the police, they not only need for acts na net. Not only na net, they for put checkpoints there. Because if you go to that street, Wilkins, na only net or Abadi, na net they see checkpoints. But during the day, you need to see checkpoints on the highway there. Apart from the Alpha side, like Upgun or PZ. But their highway and also, we need, government really need for increased police both during the day and in the night. Because what you put someone Wyse, if you police them for be there around at that moment, even though they say the person, the robber, put on a mask, but they don't find a way for one after or catch him at that moment. So we need for increased community policing. The police work doing both in the day and in the night. Not only in the night for put checkpoints there and then various streets there, but in the day also they for able to forget, even if not to checkpoints, they for there around the streets. They forget police for they survey the streets, see the movement of people there. Then another one again where I will also we need to get a public awareness campaign where we for able to sensitize the youths them and also the citizens there about the problem of what street robbery. We need for safeguard with properties there. Government for able to create a way for able to sensitize the young people there about this problem when they happen. And another one is improve lighting. What about electricity? This is not for the night, especially that Wilkinson highway. Whenever lights go off in the night, like if ETSA go off, the streets will go off. The streets will go off. And if the streets go off, obviously an opportunity for many young guys when they do robbery for camp still. So the street forgets lights, plenty lights with lighting down other places. So, but if you see Salon now, whenever ETSA go off, the streets don't go off. We only get few places who say solar lights a day, but some places we don't get. So we really need, if when they commit ETSA, disconnect the street lights from the normal connection of houses there, where street light in a constant 24 hours, I believe say, whenever they put off the lights, the streets will go off. So we need to increase street lights for the night cases there. The other one is youth engagement program. I believe that most of the youths there at this country, they go into rugby because they don't get skills there. They don't get something where they're able to do, where they earn them, where they're able to earn money and take care for themselves. But if the government is able to bring out plenty skills training for them, in a way that they're able to grow, learn, and do something for themselves. If government is able and provide for them programs there where they go for learn and get skills there, at the end of the day, they will go into robbery. And most of the youth say when they go into robbery, ask them, 100% they will tell you say they don't get something for do. But if the government say provide for them skills when are free education, where they able to go learn without ask them, I believe they go able for stop this street robbery. Another one is economic development. Economic development is one of the great problems and challenges we get in this country. Because if jobs stand not there, even though there are some youths, they don't learn, they don't get their certificates, they don't get their degree. But if you don't get a job, what do you expect them to do? If government able to create job opportunities for the young people there, that was sometimes where I can discuss some of my friends, they always tell me say school na a problem. Because at the end of the day, especially in Asaloya, when you don't learn, you don't get your degree, at the end of the day, they expect you to go get work and begin to support the family. But if government able to create job opportunities for the young people there, I believe say they will end up into robbery. Because if you don't get your certificate, you don't get your degree, you don't get job, you will end up into robbery because that's the only option. So government really needs to create job opportunities. Another way I also can mention, this is very critical. If you go in the country of Ghana and other countries there, where they within Africa, they get the CCTV camera at the streets there. Salon will not get nothing like CCTV camera at the streets there. If the government is able to improve in that aspect, for able to put CCTV camera at the streets there, some of them things that when they happen, they're going to see a trace of those people that are doing street robbery. But Salon, we are off. We're not able. We not get anything like that. And lastly, strengthen law enforcement. If they catch person they do robbery, the punishment will be severe. Because at the end of the day, that will serve as a lesson to others. But if I say these days they will catch people there into robbery, after 2-3 months, they don't free them. After 2-3 months, they don't free them. So the law enforcement for be strengthened. If they catch you into any acts like that, at the end of the day, the punishment will be severe. So I believe say these few points where I don't highlight, if we're able to put them into consideration, government able for listen to just what we say here, if put them into consideration, some of them there will be amended that we country.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for our contributions. Just like how you rightly say, most of the reasons we make that see for the robbers they don't book on our street right now because they feel say whenever they do them kind act then definitely they get away with them because as you say if they go lock them at police station after a few months or few days they don't pull them back. And there was a time I even come to understand say it's like a conniving something. They can work with some of the police them. Because imagine if you don't go thief, then some kind huge amount. Just imagine the losses of all that hard work, of all the things there, or even if not so in money, the trauma where the guy they go through right now, then just catch the person, go lock them. Sometimes they not even pull them things then the way they don't thief. Because they know say at the end they get for share with them policeman then they as we can hear it. So we really need for stop dancing and then a salon. Honestly, Barry, now something very disheartening because then kind of thing it just to make you go off completely. At this era right now, where the country tranga, so then kind of money then they just lost now somebody hand just like that. It really not easy. I really feel.
I think I resonate with you and I entirely agree with you. It's a very difficult situation for Samuel Wyse and every other person will go through this. Like I said, this is not up to Samuel Wyse alone. A lot of people don't face this unfortunate situation. And like what Julius say, I think he mentioned quite a lot of important things we for do collectively, both citizens and government and every other institution is responsible. But one thing when we just think now, I think if we get checkpoints all over the place in the known heightening police presence, I think it will send another signal that we are not even safe in Sierra Leone. And there I know you also the Wilkinson, the Aberdeen Beach, they get quite a lot of foreigners, they get quite a lot of tourists in that place. And also, if they can't realize any outside and checkpoint, any outside and see police presence, I think it will send the wrong signal. I agree with you with government engaging, trying to make sure that youths are engaged. But we also ask youth for step up. I think before step up, there are quite a lot of other youths that they will not get job, we probably go learn the skills and not able to attach it, but they're not engaging in things. I think it's about making sure that we change the way youths then they think, because there are some people who just want it free. No matter what you do about them, whether you learn the skills, whether you make them, so they just want to get everything free. And nothing is free. You have to work your socks. You get for work as hard as possible, particularly in Sierra Leone today. It's not easy. It's a very difficult situation. So I agree with you with regards to community policing. I think the police need for increase in that direction. Let the citizenry become actively involved because, like as I say, some of them people, there are some of them young guys, they are involved in some of them things. And now people we know that the communities, we know that they stay, we know anything that they do, and all that stuff. So I think that one thing I want the police will take very, very seriously. Over the years, we been hearing about the partnership, police partnership with the community, but within the context of now, it's quite a while I hear, and I think police get to improve on that. The laws that they are Julius and Fema, the laws that they are the last thing actually robbery, the aggravation, waiting the amount to. I think again we need for begin test the waters, we need for begin test them because the laws are there. If person tell you say the laws are not for punish or then crime here, it be and in my own opinion, they think say it is sufficient. The problem we get like when I say allegedly at times people can connive and all. I don't have opportunity to speak to that because no think we are get evidence of the law. But these are rumors they were wearing. These are things they were wearing. I think it's important that the institution were responsible, particularly the police, improve on the policing and make sure that we put an end to this. This is just unfortunate. We can't continue like this as citizens. We can't stay in an unsafe environment. I know the work at streets, PZ or that something that they afraid say possible cannot or in broad daylight can drop or let's say no, they go reach a point in time where citizens themselves will say, if the police not able to protect we they begin to protect we say. And when it's reached to citizens trying to protect themselves, in one situation where I don't even want to imagine.
Yeah. So it really disheartening. Then the funny thing is that for say the keke man no be no of all them things then they because imagine if you dey drive and somebody they chase you, you go definitely they see them from you glass you side mirror. But
Well, again, we've seen cases suicide. Them bike riders and keke riders have been accused of conniving, like what you say, Gishto, like when Julius F. say.
like
One thing na connive because I imagine say this now linking scene that they inside keke, how keke they move there, somebody can just spray pepper spray on the eye and take away all the properties there in the presence of the keke man and all. It's also it's hard to explain. I think the police need to dig deep into all of this. I think they need to engage the motorcycles organization, the bike riders organization, and all, for us to see how we will continue for engage because there have been quite a lot of accusation. There have been quite a lot of people where they point fingers at them, bike riders, and then Kekema said that they connive with some of them boys here. Quite a lot of that they don't follow. I think that one they will say another important thing we follow.
okay, thank you very much, Mr. Barry. So we dey go for a short break and when we come back, we will read few of the comments them from the viewers them.
Talking point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty. To we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Hello and welcome back. So we can read few of the comments them from one of the viewers them with the watch we live at Talking Points platform. This they come up from Libra Sierra. He say, "Good morning, my Komon-Tok family." Good morning, Libra. And this they come up from Abubakar Kamara. He said the problem is also due to lack of electricity, and most of the streets are dark, making these robbers to move freely. So that's one of the things them we really dey encounter in this country. But we hope say with time, everything will be fine. And we next topic where we can talk about now the Men's Up initiative. So when I expect another guest way for can join me at the studio with regards that one day. Okay, viewers, we will come to that one day later because the guests they find them difficult for join me. So in the program yesterday, we talked about the conflict where they go on a radio democracy, where we all know as 98.1. We are in three of them vibrant staff them left, they resign days apart. When one we get Asma James, Mabel and Khadija. So yesterday we see a joint statement of clarification where they write. Then say them feel say that clarification go make the resignation statement and all the speculations and rumors where they go about but that particular incident will happen with them. And so they want for address the partial statement where the chairman of board, when our Dr. Julius Spencer release. So Mabel, Khadija and Alex come together for write this particular statement here. And in the statement of clarification, they talk say, radio democracy issue not start with the resignation and appointment of a new consultant station manager. Then say na thing wey don dey happen for quite a long time. It's about something wey don last for even 10 years. So the atmosphere of disrespect, intimidation, institutional bullying, and harassment now be the order of the day. And as a result of that, they may be afraid for even come out for talk because they know say the board already aware of that one day. And even if they come out and explain, say, and so this they happen and not get to see anything concerning that matter day. And yesterday again, we don't see say another person don't left. So it's like people just they left by the day. We don't understand where really they go on. We see Princess Pia self post na Facebook yesterday say himself don't left radio democracy. And anybody they left just they say if anybody wants for help radio democracy in the future, they need for start with the board. So in all of these things where they happen, it's like maybe we get few other people where they left, but we don't know. So in all of waiting they happen, waiting I think say now the reason behind all of them sudden resignation here where they take place. Mr. Barry, I don't know, say Julius talk. Okay, Ma Adam.
Again, the 98.1 saga. It's like say when we talk yesterday, we envisage all of the things here, because now some of the things that we discussed yesterday now in this joint statement. Yesterday, I think I make it clear. See, I think the board, including Dr. Julius Spencer, they're not honest with the public. If you look at the press release, they say there is no crisis at 98.1, and here we are today. Clearly, everybody will say there is a crisis in there. And the situation is messy. Not only a crisis, but the situation is completely messy. And no claims will come out of that joint statement. They're very, very indicting. These are people, Dr. Julius Spencer, and all others who are part of the world. These are people the way I would say, they're all over the place. Well, should I say they claim same tool or so? And then we radio tell people like this, and then we radio tell the government, criticize government, and then we criticize individual and all. And here we are today. They are part of a board of a station where pretty much a civil society gets and all that station where people get so much respect for. And when they see situation the way then they criticize other people, whether they criticize government for. Now that situation how we see the people and the claim say they do. So all of this, like as I said yesterday, it leave we with more questions than answers. And I think people for start to be honest. We need to begin call people out to be honest. That's the only thing we happen, and the only thing where they communicate story. I think there have been quite a lot of claims counterclaims. First, let me say, for them people have resigned, and after the statement of the board, they make their claims here. And other people, like Nasu Fofana and others, don't say, if Nasu Fofana claim, say, get a conversation with the board chairman, Dr. Julius Spencer, and at the end of the day, he said, he read from Julius Spencer, and he disappointed and all that stuff. And Julius Spencer, he said, Julius Spencer asked him, say, if he be there in that position, and they will stay there and all. he said it's obviously tell and say he said for me resign. And you go resonate with Mabel, Khadija, and all of that. Because if you open a place where consistently you say they make claims of harassment, they make claims. In fact, they make quite a lot of claims. One thing will catch me attention in all of the claims, and in fact, they said they're not even supporting. And the financial irregularity, you know, and we think say a case for the anti-corruption. Because their money is the way they give to radio democracy and all, they come from different institutions and all. So then one the way the money pay for that station, they don't make the station on try over this period. I think the need for DD and look into that day. These are some of the things that we can say. You know, you know what they call for accountability. You know what they call for other things where you very seldom accountable. If you know the names of them people and the way within another body, you go give one. The likes of Ibrahim to me, you know, but not every. We know that people are for me. People they come out, they speak out, they criticize government, they say all of this, and the board has been indicted in all of this. That they know all of them things here. Inside a situation of woman, and they say they are harassed in a radio station in an institution like that. I think it's very serious. It's getting very, very messy. If I be in the position of Dr. Spencer, I think first step is that meeting say them for dismantle that body, then for dismantle that body, and then for set up an independent body for investigate all of them allegations. Their allegations are not to take lightly, not to the place. In a modern situation, in a modern world way, where they say we have to continue to protect people in the workplace, particularly women, and then women they don't come out and say they're not going to feel safe, they're not even get a mind for speak up. And this radio station will say over the years they speak up for people and all that stuff. So if those when they work there, you know, not get that kind of protection, and then you begin to wonder how you will open a place. Some decisions were very, very important as recruiting and staffs, you know, even knowledgeable. In fact, they say they even allege a due process was not followed. And here we are, the likes of Ibrahim Tommy, Dr. Spencer, Edwin, and others really part of the board. We don't hear them on a consistent basis. They criticize other institutions, they criticize government, they criticize individuals. You know, so if you criticize, I think you get for they should therefore do a soul searching. That we have been criticizing people for this, and here we are today, their allegation. I think they need to come out. Yesterday, I told Nasina that generally the issue of having to just say there is no crisis, may not buy into and I think say and the board has not been honest. And here we are today. Here we are in this situation that it might not be honest and look at the messy situation we not create. So the allegations are wild. The allegations they are very, very serious. And I think like as I said, the anti-corruption and other institutions, people we responsible, people we connected to the radio phone, very serious and see how they collaborate. But this is a very, very serious one and one way to look into very, very.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Bayi. Mr. Judas, what you will get for say concerning that one day as we see we guest already join me at the studio.
Okay, first of all, it's like all what we discussed yesterday, some of the presumptions that they give where Mr. Barry they give concerning the issue between the resigned journalist with the management of 98.1. I think saying exactly what we said yesterday is what they have written. Because looking at the press release of Mabel, Khadija, and Alex, they really don't say out their mind now to the public on the reasons them why they resign from the 98.1. And some of the reasons that when they give them very clear. One was they resign because of disrespect and intimidation. And nobody will let for work in an organization where they not deserve a respect. Nobody will let for work. Usai always they get a problem of disrespect, a problem of intimidation. Everybody deserves a respect. So looking at the press release of Medbel, Khadija, and Alex, they really voiced out their anger. Say one of the reasons why they resigned from Radio Democracy was because of disrespect and intimidation. And as I said yesterday, if a management of any organization not able to bring the staff together, organize them in a way that peace, respect, and harmony go there between them, it always creates fights. Another reason they say they resign was institutional bullying. I will say this is one of the great problems, one of the great challenges they face as alumni now. In most institutions, not only Radio Democracy, staffs that they face institutional bullying, especially the women, whereby the staff or the management of an institution, they always frown at women whenever they take a lead. So institutional bullying are also another reason why they resign from the radio station. Another one was harassment. They made mention of harassment, which I know the type of harassment, but mere fact say they raise the point of harassment as a reason why they resign from the radio station is a call for concern for the management. Why is it that a worker is complaining about harassment? I know the type of harassment which I will not presume or say, okay, this is the type of harassment, so I don't know. But mere fact say they don't make a mention of harassment like a problem. Another is transparency. Yes, I made mention of transparency and accountability. This is also a problem for most of the institutions in the country. Transparency and accountability, especially in relation to money. We Africans, most of the times, we get problem with transparency and accountability, whereby we always seem to keep things to ourselves, especially if if I act as a boss, I not go there for the staff for me to know the amount of money where they come in and the amount of money where they use. If you look at the letter where they write, the press release where they write yesterday, the main mention say one of the problems where they get the challenge that because of money, even it get to a time where they pay them end of year benefits, which it has never happened like that. So for me, as Mabel, Alex don't challenge the board, the management say the management really need for calm, settle the case, and solve some of the problems there where they don't alight for the management. If they're able to solve those issues, I believe say Radio Democracy will go back to that height where they used for them before. But if not, if those issues where they highlight, the management not able to solve them, Radio Democracy will continue to go down, 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 down.
Okay, thank you very much, Julius, for that wonderful contribution there. So we will go for a short break, and when we come back, we will definitely introduce we guest owner.
Different platform for news every day in our countries alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, pity.
Hello and welcome back. If you just join me, this na the morning Shukublai show where they come to you live na Talking Points platform. As I've been saying, we get a guest with me at the studio. And this guest here na the founder of Men's Hub Initiative. Hello, Mr. Parker, and welcome to the program.
Hello, listeners, viewers. Hello, everybody. I'm happy for being here this morning, and I look forward for get a great time. Whilst I share my part of the story on the impact we young people at the great on this side of the world, Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Okay, sir. We're very much happy and delighted for when you make a point of duty for take part by the program. So, as the Men's Initiative, Wetin come about that one day?
Yes, so basically, Men's Up initiative came about 2019 when the president, Julius Madabio, declare rape and sexual gender-based violence in the country as a state and national emergency. For we as a male community, we thought and fit say it was a blow on men them na the country, and of course a disadvantage to them, because before we do anything a as a movement, we do a survey. That particular survey they be clearly show say 1 out of 3 men in Sierra Leone really lack or get limited knowledge or access to information about sexual gender based violence, which means they are the disadvantage for no waiting na the legal consequences wey surround sexual gender based violence, waiting na some of the uh, 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 um, societal issues wey surround sexual gender based violence, waiting the society they found out. And of course, um, recently the conference where we do on sexual gender based violence, now a clear manifestation, and of course, we got Mr. Baggy be the part of and you see clear. In fact, even 90% of the audience will go from waiting that they even talk, you dey know say we really get a whole lot of work for do. So as a men's of community, make I just give the motivation down there. So we point where we dey come up from is that women's empowerment organization don't they focus on um rape victims and survivors in the fight against men violence on women, which of course is very good for actually limit the occurrence. But we thought and fit say we not go ever able limit the occurrence of sexual gender based violence if only we did for promote and support survivors and victims. We need the perpetrators, we need the potential perpetrators into the game. Bring men into the discussion. Let them tell you their perception about the issue. Let us tell you what it is potentially will be their own role if they are being included. So if we want for talk about teenage pregnancy and want for stop teenage pregnancy, for discourage sexual intercourse between adults and teenage girls, whenever you dey do programs for gas club them in Prince of Wales, in Albert in St. Joseph Convent, Annie Walsh, or Methodist Girls High School, make sure you have an equivalent boys club in Prince of Wales, in St. Edwards and Albert Academy. Because if you talk to Mary about teenage pregnancy, you need for go talk to for the way they na the community back. So if for no say enough for tamper with Mary. Because at the end of the day, men are the potential perpetrators, and they are powerfully made for conveniently convince any type of woman forget what they want from them. Just imagine one get Okada man go get 5 school picking. In power way in the use is that it use that in bike power. They no one worker, they no one sit down inside poda, so they need convenience, they want take bike. So one get Okada man they get 5 picking, 5 school picking. And at the end of the day, it gets an intercourse with her, and that's the end of her future. Maybe you go even deny, or maybe you go even say, Lord, go do unsafe abortion. One get teacher, they get 4 school picking, now one get class. In fact, if you not take time, they get like 7 at the whole school. They always sabi themselves, all in the name of like He is the one teaching mathematics or chemistry or literature or English language, of which these girls are scared to fail. And if they fail any one of these subjects, they'll repeat. The scenarios in way are they alike, so these are the patriarchy power women they get. There will be a particular somebody in a community just because of maybe he get shop, he get money, and they use the money for like seize advantage per girl picking them at the community. This has to do with a massive and a wider awareness and sensitization that cuts across community levels, school levels, and the workplace, and everywhere. I just really listening me because Mr. Adin they talk about um uh, uh um the type of marginalization and all way woman they face a different workplace. These are also things where they part of we as an organization. So the motivation behind the formation of Men's Up Initiative uh, is to have a decent male community that will dismantle the patriarchal and misogynistic culture we have in Sierra Leone already well established. In another the reason why we as an organization we find it very difficult for us to get support. We dey go na some man office, we dey give am letter. They dey read that, oh, this is a nice initiative. Oh, this is a very good idea. But as una turn una back, this bobo dey not serious, because you check am na that in office side dey. How many woman e don already convince for sleep with before e dey give am the position or job? So within this, you no fit say for support una. These are things that dey happening in police force, in the army. So we women they really dey at a greater disadvantage, and they need certain men wey go stand up against certain men for really bring the game on. So this is a male allyship that is based in Sierra Leone. We are committed to take action through community-based approach, peaceful campaign matches, and women's rights education.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Parker. So me to understand, say just like you say, on the 5th of August, una been get a conference. So wetin that conference be there about?
Yeah, so on the 6th of August, we host the second edition of the National Men's Up Conference on sexual gender-based violence and fatherhood. So we don't go to the extent now, we only not just the sensitize and raise awareness on sexual gender-based violence, but also we are now bringing the principle of good fatherhood on the table, because we believe say there is a younger generation that is about to go into fatherhood, if not already. Some have started, and most of these relationship wey happen between younger people, as soon as pregnancy can inside, or as soon as the woman parents they know say, okay, so you get man now, blah blah, go to and go there to our pregnancy can inside. They say they push you to the man. You not got no option. You for come on at the host. When you go na that man in host, he's not ready. He has no plan to receive you mentally, financially. So what you get for happen? There has to be a rise of violence on you, the woman. It will always be hot tempered, and it not always go be happy around you, because his mind was not made up. Now push the woman na because maybe una don't get an unsafe intercourse and pregnancy don't commodate. So the reason why we come up with principle of fatherhood now for make we able teach boys that, yeah, if you know let it happen, because these have been the reason, some of the reason for domestic violence, the wife beating, the a very very common. in relationship. So the conference, of course, we get about 83 participants we participate with speakers from leading UN agency like UN Women, UN AIDS, Leon Rock, and we get one of the leading female male figure, sorry, one of the leading male figure in gender activism, Timothy Sam from Plan International. We also we get um, um, lawyers that were around, and of course, as a law student, as my colleague again, one of the motivation, in fact, why for men's up initiative and why I they do law now for able for provide in the future free legal services for rape victims and survivors. So everything we they do as an organization, there is a roadmap. Like there is something that we want. Whe- when I graduate 2021 na IPAM, I see two army 4 years at IPAM. I see how so many girl picking them, the harassment where they face from lecturers, and I see and I hear how boastfully lecturers we are all about. Like they have no remorse of what they are doing. So from there I talk and say my second degree they happen in law, and I no need for even wait. So I go in straight away for law. So the National Men's Conference was a success that we tell you, and man they be able for come out, they be able for speak up, and it was very interactive. It was a massive dialogue, and because of what I say in the conference, na be a clear showcase say big NGOs, women's empowerment organization, including the government, even the first lady answer for our gas campaign, they get a lot of work for do because 80% of men in that room don't even know what is sexual gender-based violence. 80% of them in that room do not know the legal consequences that surround sexual gender-based violence, and they don't even know waiting at the step or what it takes in becoming a father. So I can say like this is a very good collaboration, whereas you are creating a platform for us to tell the viewers that uh, you can be, even you are not a governmental person, not working for a government or a gender empowerment organization, but someone that stands in solidarity with survivors and victims of sexual gender-based violence. We have a lot of work to do here in Sierra Leone. And of course, we
Okay.
will miss a huge opportunity if we fail to bring men and adolescent boys into the discussion.
Okay, Mr. Parker. Just like how you say just now, you say when an organization can find them very difficult to get funding. So what are the challenges the una can face and waiting on a source of funding when una can get them program then they.
Um, Resource of funding could just be a traditional way of raising funds for events. As a young movement, we write letters to offices. Those that can think they can help, okay, we are grateful. Those that they can't, them with a beer. In fact, Mr. Barry see the lot of constraint where we go through. Like I be sweat all around the place. I know if you wear clothes on that vest be dey per me, back they be me, back they just a venue, like one place to the other, I go clean place, big people there just for me they give it. Like it's very serious. We don't dey get ghost organization that in fact they even could measure wetin we dey do to wetin dem dey do, and they are conveniently receiving funds from government, from Ministry of Gender, from Office of the First Lady. In fact, that comes to me thinking, say, Sierra Leone, you need for day inside certain ecosystem whether the political ecosystem or the NGO ecosystem. And if you know they you go feel say what you do has no impact. But we believe say we are doing something out of nothing. Like even when we not get something, we they go the extra mile. Yeah. So finance is a huge challenge, except if you come I can message some one, two people the way I say, okay, oh, this enemy brother. I say I get so program, do you help me if now WhatsApp self? Okay, so man say, okay, go to suicide, go take two crates water or drink. And imagine a whole event like that. Mr. Barry was there. There was no even refreshment like food for people to eat or just water. But one thing I like the the men for they were ready and
It's the zeal.
they were very hungry for they were very hungry to consume the knowledge about this
Okay.
so that they could be able to serve as ambassadors for men's up initiative in their various and respective communities. But it really disheartening. Like I really be they feel I'm also at up. You they see some kind of zest where people they get and you able to do what you want for do. But so many organizations turn we down last minute and all. So with source of income just can come off from few people can reach out to for me they help with to arrange money, um certain organization. If we're lucky enough, they say okay we go help una then. But it has been really challenging and we they look forward because we get like a very creative alternative methods and solution as to addressing gender-based violence in the country as a movement. So if we get that support, if we get that assistance, we believe so we will create a huge impact.
Okay, Mr. Parker, we definitely dey hope say that the viewers dem wey dey watch go see wetin una dey do because una really dey do a great job. E no easy for make we young man dem go stop for do dem things dem actually need for get knowledge of wetin dey happen. So before you go, you can tell Fambu dem wetin una plan or if una get plan for take this men's up initiative outside Freetown or na just here una get for base am.
So the Men's Up initiative get a decentralized work plan. That is to say, we not only center on Freetown, we also get a chapter where they Makeni, where they Kenema, and where they Bo. So in fact, there was a year in 2021 where we get a 100-man march against rape, and it happens all in the district headquarters town, including Freetown. So the 100-man march now event where they invite man them different walks of life for Kamna Street and really voice out against rape and other bad thing the way man they do against woman. So we plan for get um, different community-based engagement on sexual gender-based violence in Amakeni, Nabo, and this engagement not to a 1 week engagement. That will not be enough. Not to even a 2 weeks. We won't forget a 3 month engagement. 3 months for able engage man them. Now a certain communities them what we say we go able create a huge impact na the life. So we get a 3 month project work plan where we lay down and we dey look forward for get a support for see our best we dey able push the project going forward.
Okay, Mr. Michael Parker, thank you so much. We really appreciate where you make a point of duty for the part of the program.
Thank you so much. Happy for the part of course the program and Thank you, Mr. Barry, and the host. Thank you, Mr. Adin, and all viewers and listeners. I'm really happy for short platform, and I look forward for more.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, as we slowly come to the end of the program, we can read few messages and comments from the viewers. Then we can take some newspaper reviews, and then we can call them off for today. So these comments they come up from Glorious Christ Crown. It say if they don't want the radio to speak truth and to cite the government on every side, that implies the purpose of the radio is defeated already. Then Abubakar Kamara say bullying and harassment at workplace should be considered a punishable crime. And this they come from Isaac Bobokoroma. He said, good morning all. So, Mr. Chernobari, since you be the part of the All Men's Initiative, although now I tell you go drink, but I believe say you go get one or two knowledge concerning that one day. So what you advise? So what you advise young boys concerning that particular one day?
As if favor, I can tell you for certain that if there is any initiative we works up the government and every other institution we work for women and need for support. Now this particular men's of initiative, I can tell you this young man, Michael Parker, is a very, very brilliant young man. To get that particular thought, even the thought of having guys, men, when are potential perpetrators of a lot of things that women they go to, I think it's important. It's very, very important. It is just sad that in a place like Sierra Leone, like you say, following the support initiative as important as that now one way difficult. But it's a start, it's very brilliant, and the conference was very, very interactive. One thing I can pick out in the whole conference, now the fact that two things in fact. One that men get limited knowledge when it comes to eating sexual agenda-based violence and how it equates to sexual agenda-based violence, how they affect women, how they affect society. Men get very limited knowledge of it. There is this gap, and we need to fill that gap there. The first lady they do in job with the Hands Up initiative and all that stuff. But if we don't make sure say we try by all possible means for bring calm men them on board the conversation, I think say I can say for starting that we waste the time. We are actually wasting our time. The people that are the potential perpetrators should be brought into this discussion. So I want to use this opportunity for calling the office of the First Lady. If there is any organization we need in support, if there is any other initiative or movement way for partner with, if there is any movement way for support, I think the mentor initiative now one way for support with every fiber of our. Now a brilliant initiative and a one way Sierra Leoneans many for come. Like he said, it is just sad in Sierra Leone that man them we feel say we get all the powers, we feel say we get all the might, we just feel say man and tools that we can use anyhow and all that. So it is just sad, it's just the makeup of the society, This misogynistic perception and this idea we get now we say woman them and people that we will just tell waiting them for do just for control anyhow. And look at waiting they happen at 98 points. Look at the allegation we they make of harassment, bullying, and these are women, and like as I said yesterday, thankfully that a platform of this nature they come and expose some of those things, give an opportunity to people like Michael Parker and say things them we very important. But I think this is a very, very brilliant initiative. This is a conference where pledge now you say now one way are ready for take up, now one way are ready for continue for be part of, now one way are ready for continue for support. And I'm sure the gentleman we all together, we carry this initiative on this platform. And somebody very, very brilliant, and somebody very, very supportive. So, and I'm sure that this is one thing we for across every young Sierra Leonean, every man, every other institution, let them look at a way where they can support initiative of this nature. Because now one way, if we don't need some of the things that Mr. Parker mentioned before, I think now one way from we some of we get sentimental connection to women, particularly we don't get girl picking them and all. So we have to see a society where we give them, continue for give them an opportunity, continue for protect them and all. We see the president in the state of the make mention of how you have to continue for the woman and center stage. So I think it's a call for action. I think it's important that the office of the first lady look at the brilliant minds, look at what these young people they do and support them in whatever. You see the gentleman tell you say it has been challenging when it comes to finances. They don't want to stop at Freetown. They want to extend the promises because they know it's a national problem. It's not a problem of Freetown alone. It's a problem really affecting a greater sector of the society. And if you remember that conference, I miss the fact that the young men, the boys, they be very enthusiastic for attending, but you will come to realize say they are not even knowledgeable when it comes to legislation, the way they speak for protection and the punishments. They don't even know anything as sexual gender-based violence. So, and this, like Mr. Parker said, that one are the potential perpetrators. So if you don't bring them into the conversation, if you don't sensitize them, if you don't make them claim ownership, I think say all of the work with gender activists, they do all of the work with the Ministry of Social Welfare, including the work of the First Lady. That is just waste of time. Because if we continue for talk to Mary, then we not put Abu at the right place and make sure that Abu say waiting you want to do, waiting you don't do wrong. I think we are all wasting our time. So I want to thank Mr. Parker so much for giving me the opportunity for being part and parcel of that conference there. And I will pledge that I will continue for support her in any way so that we will continue for reach the neck and cranny of this country and make sure that we change the perception of men and young people towards how they will continue for treat a woman and how they will continue for give woman the opportunity for excel and continue for good society.
Okay, Mr. Barry, thank you very much. We want to do some quick news by day, but it's like we're not able, so we can do that one day tomorrow. Waiting go be una final words to family them as we the TF round up because time already they against me. Mr. Julius, waiting are your final word.
Well, my final word in all what we have discussed today. First of all, I'd like to call the management of AYV and also the family member of Samuel Wyse. They really need to come together and create a kind of a psychologist or a very good counselor available for counsel with brother we don't go through this robbery because man not lie waiting in the go through right now depression, and depression is very waiting the thing way no loss and beaucoup and salon waiting transaction at salon somebody go lost $7,000 $29 million iPhone 14 Pro Max, a great depression. And then I want AYV management and the family of Samuel Wyse may really bring a psychologist. We will go through a therapy session with us so that he go for console himself. And in relation to what we discussed, what Mr. Kappa just discussed, I would like to congratulate Mr. Kappa for this good initiative because it's actually not easy. Like he always they say, if you want to solve a problem, go to the source and start from there. This issue of sexual, gender-based violence in our country, now women them most of the times be a victim. So if women be a victim, when they be the prey, then we demand that we be the predator, that we already force them into this. Now we demand that we force for educate ourselves and try for solve that inner desire we can always push we for do those sexual violence with the young ladies. As Mr. Kappa also said, in the area of offices, women also they suffer sexual harassment. if you don't get job, if you don't go into a relationship with the boss, you don't get that position there. And I believe say we really need for solve them problem there. It's not like we actually we those things for me I think say we really man them we now we I am so happy for the initiative there. If we able for educate we self as Mr. Barry let me say we get a very small knowledge on sexual violence. We only know how to do the act. We know the action. But when it comes to knowledge, we are very, very limited. So we demand that we need for educate ourselves and try for work against sexual violence in the country. And with all this, I would like to tell the viewers that thank you for their time today, for their comments and everything. So please, if you not subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook channel, please now do that now. It's not all about viewing or watching us. You have to subscribe so that when you subscribe, you go able for the get an update every time when we come online. And after do the subscription, I will just click the red side button of your right hand, the bell. Click on, then you go able for subscribe. If not Facebook, just like the page. When you like the page, then every time when we come online, you go able for see it and also follow us as we discuss the important issues there in the country and Africa as a whole. Tata, see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Julius. Mr. Barry.
I want to join more with Julius for telling viewers and thank you. They have been doing quite a lot. One will continue to ask them, let them go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We really ask them for go do that. Finally, I want to say the issue of crimes, particularly drug phone, drug bag, and all, is becoming alarming. Let the police look into it and see how they could be very, very, very proactive. It's important that we look at that issue, the law on left and right here. Of course, 98.1 will not continue for denying, and I'm sure the board chairman, Dr. Julius Spencer, not will deny again, say there is no crisis. We all see now there is a crisis, and it is messy. Let them try about possible means for put them together. I think the issue are very indicting and clarification with regards to it. 10 people in this. Finally, we call on the Minister of Gender and Children Affairs. We call on every other organization for supporting young guys here with this cause because it is important and one way we for support with every fiber outlet. Till we meet tomorrow, I want to say thank you very much, Auntie Fema, for always having us. Thank you, Julius, for contributing to the discourse. And thanks to all the viewers that we deal with today. Until we meet tomorrow, God bless you.
Okay, Fambudem, this now how we go bring una to the end of today's program. And me, we can always present the morning shukublai, me own name na Fimata. Just like how my colleagues then rightly say, if you not subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do so. Just click on the red bell and turn on the notification that whenever we come online or whenever we set program, you will be the first person for view. Till we meet tomorrow, have a wonderful day. Oh.